Get ready for some freaking sweet music and fun little adventures and stories. And some voice acting. For which I should probably get water. Oh, I'll be right there. Okay. You're ready. Are you there? Alright, your body is ready? Cool. There's no good place for this. Here the options are. Oh, right. It's probably freakishly loud, isn't it? Can't make it quieter. Hold the B button to skip text. Screen shake on, vibration on, text box, transparency. Put it on low. You do Japanese. The volume looks really loud on this thing, so you're gonna have to let me know, because I think it's really loud. Luckily, there's no talking in this game. Well, there's like very, very little talking in this game. It'll just be me. So we got Ace Attorney, Justice for All, Trials and Tribulations. Oh, I can't wait to get to that. But we have a long road ahead of us here. Let's get started. Episode 1, The First Turnabout, where it all begins. Okay, good, because on my... I can see like the little sound thing, and it's about twice as loud as Vesperia, it looks like. Oh, they have a different font. Limey, I can't get caught not like this. I gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. Make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Your voice matches up with the music and loudness. Is that good? Because that means you can adjust it on your end and it might be okay. The problem is there was only 5 notches on that slider and I turned it down to 1 and it's still this loud, so not a whole lot I can do about that. I'd have to look into something else that messes with the audio output. But we know who it is before it even begins. In some of the cases in Ace Attorney, yes, you do know that. For sure. And so, yes. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him in any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life! It's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah... Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell them I'm guilty! Give me the death sentence, I ain't afraid to die! What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in the world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Just a murder case, you know. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her, Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Nick? But I thought it was Phoenix Wright. Yeah, Phoenix. He calls him Nick. But I know better than anyone. He's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took this case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 2. Dang, they like redid all this animation. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor?
Mr. Wright, is this your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
So, an ace attorney, you can completely... you can mess around quite a bit. You can get all sorts of answers and stuff that you wouldn't normally get that would actually make you even lose the game sometimes. So we can, like... we can mess around with him here, and it won't be a big deal. So it's kind of up to you. I played these games enough that I kind of know how to not mess around. But when you're kind of just poking through your first few times, maybe you would. So if you want me to kind of mess around a little bit, just let me know. I can give him a fake answer here. I'm getting no response. Doesn't mess you up, say Phoenix's name, alright. The defendant is me, right? Right! Have you completely lost your mind? Focus! The defendant is the person on trial. You're his lawyer. Oh yeah, right. This is no laughing matter. You did pass the bar, didn't you?
Sorry, I couldn't hear your answer. I'll ask once more. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
And so you could do me a favor and be like, right, that's me. You know, that's what I think. We'll do Larry Butts. Best friend doesn't screw up well. I'm gonna see that throughout the game if you're down. Yeah. This one, I think it's gonna be a very similar thing. I'll just let it go, but I'll mess around to some degree. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Woo! I know this one. I'm glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait, uh-oh. No way! I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim. Oh, of course, I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R button to check it at any time, okay? Remember, to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Well, it's not Cinder Block, it's Cindy Stone, if I remember. But yeah, so you can see all your items in Cindy's autopsy report, and then you would click profiles to see people, Cindy Stone. Victim in this case, a model lived by herself in an apartment. These are the only little descriptions you'll get for like people, for instance, but like if something changes for them throughout the trial, it'll actually update in there too. And then there's Winston Payne, the prosecutor, lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Good old Winston Payne. You'll see him in every game, or his brother, Gaspin Payne. He's a staple of the series. So. Mr. Butts, the defendant in the case, a likely guy who has been a likable guy who has been my friend since grade school. Mia Fey, Chief Attorney at Fey & Co., my boss and very good defense attorney. Cindy Stone. Oh yeah, we'll try Cinder Block for the lulz. Oh, it was wasn't it Miss Block? Miss Cinder Block.
And the person in question was a victim of murder, not ill-conceived naming, Mr. Wright.
Right. If you forget something, use the R button to check the court record and jog your memory. Mistake in court could cost you the case.
I'll ask you again. Mr. Wright,
who is the victim in this case? Payne is a bad guy since he's a prosecutor. Just because you're a prosecutor doesn't make you a bad guy. It makes you my opposition. But I would say I don't think Winston Payne is a bad guy. Gaspin Payne is I'd call him a bad guy, like a bad person. There's no way Phoenix Wright is a lawyer at 23 if he and his friends are the same age. Yeah, you're gonna have to ignore a lot of stuff like that in the Ace Attorney series. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death?
She died because she was... And I checked this one, it was hit with a blunt object. I don't think I'm gonna get any really funny answers out of the other one, so I'm just gonna go with it. She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck by a blunt object. Could you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon... the murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker. It's found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts this into evidence.
Statue, shaped of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Go for the main ones unless there's a funny response and you don't get penalized. You'll get like think in the first game, the way things work changes a little bit between games. I think in the first game you get 5 wrong answers before you lose a case. Something like that. And you can always save in the middle of stuff and then reload after you do wrong answers. It's just, it's kind of an annoying thing. Yeah, use the R button to check the court.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever.
What's it to you, anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
Oh, what do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
I'm gonna open the window. It's freakishly hot in this room. Okay. Arrived home from Paris. 7:30, the day before the murder.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts.
You cannot do that.
She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you wanted to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth all the way in all wrong directions. Should I? I don't actually... We can go against advice and see what happens. I don't think it really matters. It might be better not to get involved in this one.
Well, Mr. Butts?
Dude, no way! That cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this! Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is not looking so good. So not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? From answer honestly, stop him from answering. I don't think it actually matters. Let's just have him answer honestly. Good old Butts. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
Yeah, I was there, I went.
Order. Well, Mr. Butts.
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
It doesn't really matter. This is kind of a tutorial, so.
Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness is selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sod to the stand. Mr. Sod, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh, yes! Newspapers, yes!
Mr. Sod, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
So, like, there's gonna be more interesting cases, obviously. This is just like how to play the game. It's an okay case. It definitely gets better on like the second one. Second case. I can't remember if there's 4 or 5 in the first game. I think there's a 5th one that's a DLC. It's probably on here. I don't know. Oops, I just spilled my water. Yeah, he has a mole right in the middle of his forehead. Yeah, there's 3 games in this. It's a trilogy. It's got the first 3 games. Oh, no. Second game? I'm talking about the second case. So, like, this is the case 1. Yeah, there's several cases per game. There's either 4 or 5, and I believe it alternates every game. So it goes 4 or 5, 4 or 5, something like that. Maybe it goes 5, 4, 5. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, there's multiple cases. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving. I quailed and frightened, found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Do the cases go hand in hand and connect at all, or is each one separate? Some of them connect. There is an overarching story. It typically, the way it works is, say there's 5 cases in a game. The first one will usually introduce all of the general characters that you're going to see throughout the rest of the cases for that game. The second one might start an overarching story. The third and fourth case might be like they just kind of nod to that story at the end or give you some small piece of info, and then the last one kind of wraps up the overarching story. So some cases connect, some don't. There's usually an overarching story that is kind of touched on. I think in the first game there's not really... There's like a... It's kind of the smallest overarching story. It's the first game, it's maybe the least ambitious. But it sets up characters for the next couple games. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? Man, I can't defend you against testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sott used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Electricity in Miss Stone's building was out noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor?
Alright, right.
This is it. This is the real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do? Why you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave?
Lies? What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
Okay.
Open the court record with the R button and point to the contradictions in the testimony. Yep. Game mechanics. Now we hear the sweet cross-examination music. We get to go over what he just said piece by piece. We find the piece that has the lie in it, and we present the evidence that shows that he's lying. Now it looks like we have a bar of health in it. We actually do, like, take damage from it. You can also just save at any time. And there's multiple save slots, so we can screw around as much or as little as we want. Also, that looks like the Brave Vesperia emblem that Carol was putting up at the end of the game, so Carol was clearly telling us to play Ace Attorney. And Carol grew up to be an attorney. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. So I don't think there's no lie there. There could be a lie about what he was doing there, but we don't know that. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. That's likely a lie, but we have nothing that contradicts that. It'll just say like you lose the court case, and then you just get like a game over. That's pretty much it. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Oh, you can also press him on any of these things. So if I go back to the beginning, you can ask them for like more information. So I was going door to door, selling stuff, so I can be like, hold it! Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd that you would take notice of him. I don't know, he just seemed kind of strange to me, that's all. He was mad and yet frightened at the same time. It's like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests that witness refrain from conjecture.
Of course. What the witness means is that he saw a man who looked suspicious. So what happened next?
So then it moves me on to the next thing, and I can press that too.
Half open, you say?
Yes, the door's halfway open, yes. I watched for a moment, but then no one came to close the door. That's odd in a big city like this, I thought.
I see. What happened next?
So thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment.
What gave you the idea to do that?
Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing.
True words never have been spoken. Anyone would look inside.
Why'd Payne cut him off so quick?
So you looked into the apartment. What happened then?
Probably because he could hurt his reputation. By being like, you're a snooper. Then I saw the woman lying there, a woman not moving, dead.
Are you sure she was dead?
Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere.
I guess that would look like fatal to anyone.
Very well, what happened next? Filled in fright and found myself unable to go inside. So if we have a piece of evidence that shows him inside, we can present it there. I don't think we do.
So you didn't touch anything in the apartment?
No, he touched the phone.
Yes. I mean, no,
Nothing.
Okay, what happened next?
Thought to call the police immediately. You thought to call the police immediately. Does that mean you didn't actually call them?
Please, please, listen to the rest of the testimony.
You thought to call the police. What happened next? You can press and press and press on so many things, and you basically get a certain amount of dialogue. Like, even though I kind of know pressing on any of those isn't going to help, you pretty much press through everything, because sometimes you can press on something and they'll be like, oh, I'll elaborate this way, and it actually adds to the testimony. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. Yes, I mean, no. No, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, that. I can explain that. There's a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call.
And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happens next?
I think that's good. Keep it in mind. Adds testimony. Yeah, sometimes it does. Tutorial case probably won't ever. Probably won't ever in any tutorial case. Went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Oops. Went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Boom! Why use a public phone? Oh, well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being in the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. Ah, right. What time did you call again? I'm gonna tell you exactly it was 1 p.m. He's only got a couple things. Pretty sure this is the one I need to press on. Or, present evidence to. But I'll see what he has to say about it. 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Wait, I thought you had a cordless phone. There was a cordless phone in the apartment that didn't work because there was a power outage, and that's how that phone worked, I guess. Present some evidence to contradict him, so tutorial telling me what to do. But we'll also press this just to get the rest of the dialogue. Are you absolutely 100% positive? Yes, it was him. No mistake about it.
The witness says he's certain.
That's all of it. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Examine the court record with the R button. If something strikes you as being suspicious, then find the evidence that contradicts his testimony and present it to the court. Okay. Of course, I have to look. There's gotta be a way to... Oh, there we go. Is there a way to make that go faster? Auto skip? I don't like how slow that text box goes. I have to like press another button to make it go faster. Okay. So, the time of death was 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., and he remembers that it was 1 p.m. So it's like a pretty cut and dry that there's a contradiction there. Unless, of course, he found her and she wasn't dead yet. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes at the time of death is sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? His freaking voice.
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw it? Why were you so certain you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Oh, wait! I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
So he'll update the testimony. You see, when I found the body, I accidentally skipped it down. I'll see it again on the way through. When I'm going through and pressing. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. You're terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time, and I think I accidentally... Oh, I skipped the line where he said I heard the time. Hold it! Hold it! You said heard, not saw? And your name is Frank Saw It? I think that's an objection. Yes, I heard. I saw the body was lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch. A little strange. You're saying you heard something. But if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all. Freaking, I love Payne's voice.
The witness did say he actually heard the crime. It's ludicrous to suggest that he wouldn't hear anything.
I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony.
His voice saying the time is probably coming from the television. And do you know why that's wrong? I'll let you figure it out, but I know what I'm supposed to do, so. Are you sure it was a television, not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio.
Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There's only one large television.
Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television.
The witness has testified he heard the time.
Oh, you went to the bathroom. I went through... I'm just pressing things that he said. And I asked you... he says there's a voice saying the time probably coming from the television, and I asked you why that's wrong. Or... yeah, I asked you why that's wrong. If you knew why that's wrong. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? How do you explain the gap?
Well, witness, can you explain this?
And then his next sentence is, must have been watching the tape program. Video? Yes, that would explain why the time was wrong. True. Right. I think the problem lies someplace else.
We agree that you heard the time at the scene.
Well, I thought it was 1 p.m. Hold it! You sure the voice you heard said it was 1 p.m.? Yes, I can regularly hear it now. It was quite clear.
Mr. Payne, has the prosecution verified this testimony?
My apologies, Your Honor. I, too, have only just learned that the witness heard the time.
Oh, I am really sorry. I only remembered it just now. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Hold it! You're not really that sorry, are you? Will you just watch it? Not much point pressing him on that one, was there? Okay. So you can't hear a voice coming from a television when there's no power. So we have this thing saying that the power's out from noon to 6, so there's no way. Objection!
Objection!
Stop right there! Hold it right there! Prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video! Yeah!
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Solid?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite! Oh, wait! I remember now.
Mr. Solid, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
Did his wig just pop off? There's something amazing about Ace Attorney, where all the characters look really put together, and then something will happen and they'll like explode. So the wig popping off is just this tip of this iceberg. Okay. Me and Bruce still talk about one of the character reveals in the second game that is just super great when he like flips out. Anyway.
That and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Solid. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Actually, I didn't hear the time I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. It must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Yeah, his name is Saw It. His name should be Frank Did It. Actually, I didn't hear it, I saw it. Boom! That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I could see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry, I only just remembered that table clock.
A table clock?
There's a table clock in the apartment, it wasn't there. Bam! The table clock? Is there a clock in the scene?
This is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, the murder weapon! The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a murder weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Okay. Something's fishy here. That must have been what I saw. Why didn't you tell us in the first place? I guess it just slipped my mind. I'm not really sure how it happened myself. The witness says he heard saw the table clock. End of story. Now, find the contradiction. Okay, so they give me no help on this one. Typically how I do this when I'm playing it by myself, I go through everything piece by piece, and I try to consider which evidence I have. So, this statue is the murder weapon. And he's calling it a clock. So that's probably what it is. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There's a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon, the killer used it to hit the victim. So, this is also a problem with Ace Attorney where, and it's probably the biggest problem with the series, sometimes you'll get two pieces of evidence that will contradict something, or you'll get a piece of evidence that can contradict multiple statements of what they're making, but the game really only picks one of those for you to use it to contradict. So, presenting a murder weapon here seems weird, but But it's like I should be able to present that in multiple places. So this is kind of how you mess up in Ace Attorney half the time. It's pretty frustrating. But yeah, the murder weapon, the killer uses it to hit the victim. So presenting the murder weapon doesn't really contradict his statement. There's a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? I don't have anything that shows that there wasn't a table clock. It's tough because I want to show this here.
Objection!
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now how's this supposed to be a clock?
What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, this clock is indeed a clock. I mean, statue is a clock. The clock's a statue. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. It doesn't look like a clock. It doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
No, Your Honor. He's all good to go.
I was gonna say she wasn't murdered with a clock, it was a statue. Right, and that's like obvious, but then you have to present that statue to something that he said to contradict what he said. And so sometimes it's kind of weird, because he was mentioning the murder weapon, and to contradict him I showed him the murder weapon. So it's like, it contradicts like his earlier statement. It's kind of weird the way it works sometimes. But anyway. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? I love the music in this game, by the way. I guess I'll say no. You can't really screw up too hard here, so I'll just say no. I guess not. There's a clock on the scene, so no problem. Right, are you out of your mind? The clock doesn't look like a clock at all. The witness couldn't have possibly known it was a clock just by seeing it. He said it himself. He'd never entered the apartment. It was his testimony. Hey, you're right.
Something the matter? Does the defense have anything to add?
Yes, I do. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he
went to the apartment and knew the victim. We could say knew. I just don't know how much you want me to screw around, but I'll screw around here.
Because tell me, isn't it true that you knew the victim? In fact, you were one of her sugar daddies. Be frank with us, Mr. Side. Frank? Frank, I'm always Frank. Your Honor, we have complete records of the victim's relationships. Mr. Frank Sod does not appear anywhere. Oh, really?
Please, Mr. Wright. Is the best response you can muster up? Try to refrain from making off-the-cuff accusations in the future.
Yes, Your Honor. But let me think this over. The witness knew it was a clock because he went to the apartment.
I mean, I thought that was funny. There's plenty of funny stuff hidden. And I didn't get penalized.
You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder! Oh, yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that! I can prove you were the one who killed her! You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice! That was the sound you heard!
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Side. Sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice is burned into your mind. That's why you're so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face!
Would a witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw. Shut up, I hate you! It was him. Him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her. And he should burn. Give him death!
You're not pointing at Larry, buddy.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, just a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor.
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is writing on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sott heard was definitely this clock. In fact, which is clear if you simply ask the neighbors.
Examine the clock's batteries, or try sounding the clock. So it's showing me a health bar in the corner up there, and showing me how much I can lose if I do the wrong answer. So we're gonna say, try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. And we could get answers out of the other ones that would just penalize me. And so, you know, I mean, like, you can save it any time, literally any time, and we could try out those answers. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all.
So, we've heard about the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sott heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sott, try and talk your way out of this one. You forget one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, then you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict?
Which looks like indict the witness.
Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Frank Sott.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal? You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sott. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock could be 3 hours slow?
I can. But can you?
But wait! Maybe I can prove it. You have the evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it, and let him have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
And of course, there was a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Well, it's suspicious because it's 3 hours slow now, so why wouldn't it be slow then? It's true. The whole thing is the time is being called into question. His time was wrong according to the time of the death. He thinks the time is wrong because the clock was running slow. And now we just say, well, we know the clock was running slow 100% because we have this piece of evidence, and then that ties everything together, and blam. Ah! The tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. So... let's go through everything. I'm an attorney. But that doesn't help anything. Died 4 to 5 p.m. That's when Frank was there. He thought it was 1 p.m. because the clock's 3 hours slow. That all lines up. But you think it's the clock, he hit her, the head, I believe the head twist or something, and that does the time. We know Frank had his hands on the clock. We know Frank heard it 3 hours behind, but we haven't proved that the clock on that day was 3 hours behind. We also know the power is out. That'll help us here. But this is it right here. Not the autopsy report. Remember, we're answering the question that Mia asked us. Why was the clock 3 hours slow? The victim arrived home from Paris the day before the murder. That clock was on Paris time. The victim had just returned home abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sot? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Just pass it. Order! Order, I say.
Well, this case has certainly turned out different than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen somebody complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts,
Not guilty. And in Japan they use confetti.
And with that, this court is adjourned.
It turns out that Frank Sot was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sot let himself in to do some dirty work. While he was searching through her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sot grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Ooh, I still can't believe we won! Right, good job in there. Congratulations! Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over, man. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? This is also something that is very cool. Very cool, okay? Most of the time when you end a case, you can present a piece of evidence to the defendant that will like change their worldview in a way and get like an extra bit of dialogue for like an extra happy ending, basically. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Oh, wait, no. I mean, bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. This case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry! Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Dang it, game. Forgot about Harry Butts. Yeah, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, wait, sorry. Phoenix. Hey, I was the one that got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Oh, wait. Wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to cry? Larry. I know, the murder weapon is a gift. Larry Butts is such a butt. He shows up again, too. He'll be around now and again. Are you sure? Nick squeeze me. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Give you something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? I'm an attorney! It, I believe, is the Thinker statue. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry, and she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer, man. Really, I am, thanks. I hope that made him feel a little bit better. Otherwise, he'd be like depressed at the end. Yeah, no one loves me, man. I'm just the butts. And if something stinks, it's the butts, you know. But he's like, hey, man. Thanks, dude, bro. You wanna hang out sometime? Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize that things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Hey, how about dinner? On me, and not with Larry Butts. We'll drink a toast to the innocent Butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Or, yeah, a part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it sure is good to have friends. Especially ones that are lawyers. Or maybe like mechanics, massage therapists. You know, all the things that you hate paying for." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave to Mia. I didn't know it then. That clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. My promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. So that's probably one of the three shortest cases in the game, in all the games, something like that. So this one we can certainly start it, but we're not going to get through it all the way. Well, we maybe get like halfway through. You know, just so you know, that was a short case. Usually there's an entire like investigation phase where I go and I like look around, and you can travel to different locations and talk to people. Present like evidence to people on like the street, basically. That was just a tutorial for the courtroom, and that's about it. Yeah, I'm not voice acting a cell phone. Oh shoot. I have to do a voice for Maya. And Maya is in a lot of cases, so I need to give her a good voice that I can do for a long period of time. Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's your fault. I don't know if that voice works. Nah, I'm just teasing. Yeah, I could do a voice like that for Maya. It doesn't really work because I have a man's voice, but you know. Nah, I'm just teasing. She's kind of like a jolly girl. Kind of jolly / sassy. The sisters, did their skirt go up in the courtroom to reveal a... No. No, me and Bruce are like, ah! We were just like... There's this one reveal that me and him both love so much, because it's so cool. So we'll like mention it every once in a while. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. Do a gay Valley Girl voice. The problem is Maya is there a lot. Like, she's around a lot. So I need to do a voice that I can sustain. A gay Valley Girl voice might be hard to do. She has a fair amount of dialogue. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know, you want... I don't want her voice to crack, but I'm cracking it by accident. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about this upcoming trial. No, not Tristan. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. Sorry, it's a clock. Clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take out the clockwork, sorry. I put some papers instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then?
Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office, say 9 o'clock to pick it up? I'll be in my pre-trial and meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good, like burgers! I could really go for a good burger.
Isn't Mia the chief? Yes, Mia's the chief. Maya? Well, we're gonna find out in a minute. Maya is her sister.
Okay, we'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal! Okay, sis, see you soon!
Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Gee, that sound effect is rough on the old ear.
Conversation
recorded for September 5th, 9:27 a.m.
September 5th. 8:57 p.m. So it's hours later. 3 minutes before Maya said she would show up to see Mia. Bay and Company Law Office. I can't remember this guy's name. Poo nannies, dude. Poo nannies. Now, Miss Faye, take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not cogniferous of my background? Gathering of information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh. My dear Miss Faye, I'm so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Actually, this guy could be Tristan.
Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye.
There is something that you need to remember about this case that ties all the way in to the third game somewhere. In a really random way that is super cool. And all you have to do is remember the guy's name, and that's it. It's like a fan theory. I don't know if it's like a real, but it's pretty sweet. And we'll get to that. We'll get to that. I'll just tell you to remember the dude's name when we get there. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. A half-open door. Last time that happened, the thinker killed somebody. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. I smell blood. That can't be good. I have to check and see if the chief's okay. Okay, it's not really letting me look at stuff. That smell of blood. Sis. Someone's there. Chief! 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 Who are you? Strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. Went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Body was still warm. could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. So finally, she was cold. Chief. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this. But if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. It probably died instantly. The thinker, lying right next to her, must have been the murder weapon. Thinker added the court record. Murder weapon. Looks like a statue is actually a clock, made by Larry Butts. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of glass light stand lying broken on the back of the room. Broken glass remains of a glass light stand broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word written in blood on the scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Department store receipt with letters written on the back in blood. Blood on the back. I don't know. Whatever. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police. I know what that girl's doing here. Encrusted, dried blood. How ironic that this became a murder weapon again. Painful to look at this, but I have to for Mia's sake. Like she said, the blunt object thing died instantly. It didn't give me the check mark over mine. The large building right across the street from the office. Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place. For all these cases, do we know who the killer is or just some of the cases? I think it's just some of the cases. But I think most of them you do know. Chief's chair. Simple functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in too. Typically, even if you know, there's like a really big twist. With for the first case, there's not even really a twist. It's just kind of how the game works. This is what it's showing you. For this one, this is the first game and it's early on. I can't remember if there's much of a twist to this one either. Some shards. This is like introducing main characters. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be remains of the glass light stand. I think I search everything I can search here. That girl just now, where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh, I hope she didn't run out on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? I already forgot how I did your voice. It's okay, I work here. Maya! Maya Fey. Maya Fey. Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside of the courtroom. Yeah, so it's just showing me, hey, you can say stuff to her. The door of the chief's office is slightly open. I better not touch the doorknob. Large painting. I guess you'd call this modern art. I, on the other hand, call it a mistake. The sofa is for clients. It's leather, a real luxury model. You couldn't cram more legal books in here, even if you wanted to. You can gaze upon the shelves without feeling insignificant. A small writing desk cluttered with office supplies. Oops. Reception desk. I usually sit here. Modern art is a mistake. Phoenix Wright, 2019. So yeah, you can present people with evidence when you're wandering around, so there you go. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt.
That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please.
Oh, sorry.
Please, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. I'd better hurry up and call the police. Here, I'm an attorney.
Alright, I've never seen that before.
About the thinker.
So you can present evidence to people that actually doesn't help, and sometimes you'll just get, like, their opinion on it, or something.
About the thinker. The thinker! That was... Oh, sis!
Probably shouldn't have asked her about the murder weapon.
This is lying next to the chief. I know, I saw it there, too. I thought they might be pieces of a light stand. Maybe.
Never heard of glass light stand before.
Seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me? Can you tell me what happened? I came in, and the room was dark, and sis, she was already dead. Oh, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting. This late at night? Yes, she said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker.
Now do I show this to her?
Thinker... That was that body block.
Not sure what to do. Already presented her with all the clue. Looked at everything. Presented her with the pieces of evidence thing. She gives me the same thing that she already said. That's my name. Why would she write my name? Better hurry up and call the police. Is there like a phone? Good phone. Oh, there is a phone. Wait, what the deuce?
Fay and Company ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra neat handwriting. It's a small office. It doesn't make a good bit of money, but it makes a good bit of money. Perfectly normal office desk. Chief has very particular policy about office decor. Been big on the stuff clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. Surprisingly, the chief is never good with machines.
Not surprising if you know her background at all, but anyway.
About all she knew, all she used this PC for was email. She picked up an ancient model at some garage sale, but practically nothing. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. This is a garbage can. That's a book. That's a pen. Why am I going over these things? I am a lawyer. I know what things are. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Wait, please come quick. What was that?
Someone screaming from outside the window.
She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Anyway, phone receiver's missing a few screws. I better not use it.
Oh yeah! We're gonna get one of my favorite characters in here, who probably should have been Tristan, but we already have a Tristan.
The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police!
Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see?
Gumshoe? What an odd name.
We received a report from across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder.
It must have been that woman I saw.
Anyway,
I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, Kay.
Great, just great. Maya, wait, she wouldn't have. Nah.
Whoa! Excuse me. The word Maya here. Mean anything to you, pal?
That's my name.
What? The victim grew this here. Knowing her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name.
The killer? I'm not.
Case closed. You're coming down to the police station, ma'am.
What? Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention Center Visitor Room.
The dying breath.
Dick Gumshoe is like literally the best. I love that guy. He's like top 3 characters for me. Maybe. He's like top 5. He's somewhere up there. There's like 100 characters in all these games too, so saying that it's pretty up there. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Not a chance! I'm here to just screw with you. Yeah, but a lot of them only have like small parts and stuff. Or they'll show up in only one case, or... But there ends up being a lot. Yeah, he's up there. Love that guy. Not a chance, kiddo. Maybe if I joke around a bit, it'll cheer her up. Haha! No way, Jose! I'm just kidding. Whoops, that didn't go so well. Huh? Maya? Was that a chuckle? What? No. It wasn't very believable, was it? Not really. I'm sorry. I just thought since you made a joke. Please don't mind me. You're doing just fine. I'm just trying to cheer who up here. What the heck? What? Maya's a little turd monger. I can mess with her. I mean, I guess her sister did just die. I knew it. No one will believe me. What? Even you, when you found me in the office. You looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? I heard what about me? I was talking with my sister on the phone the other day. Today was the junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was really quite the scene. Honestly, I was on the edge the whole time. It's been a while. Yeah, so he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil type. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Yeah, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I'm ever in trouble now. Unless he jokes right after you die. Then I'll know he's truly the heart of evil. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Rip. That's what she said. Oh, that's what she said.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. I am a genius. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. And now, I'm gonna do the thing you can do in so many Ace Attorney games. Look at this security camera. Smile for the camera. And the security guard. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. That's all. Anyway, I'm an attorney. Let's stop. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Well, let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted to hold on to a piece of evidence for upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry Butts made. How could that have been evidence in the case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yeah. I'm pretty sure our conversation was on my cell phone. You recorded it. Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. She's a medium, she can contact her sister and say who did it, lol. Hold your horses, madam. Things will happen. Oh, I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Conversation I had with my sister recorded on my cell phone. She's giving me more and more stuff to talk to her about. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. I've been doing the last few hours. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I kinda got used to it. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Then she promised me burgers and died, and I was really upset about both things not happening. I mean the burger thing and she died. That's the thinker clock made by Larry Butts. Practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. Lights were off and I could smell blood. And then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. So you're an acolyte? You're this medium in training? That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So, Mia was into this stuff too? Of course! She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too! I had no idea. Wait. So, you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, you can't contact me as spirit then. We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. Thought that would be too easy. Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. That if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And well, you know, I'm in trouble. You could go to ask him to represent me. Screw off, lady. Marvin Grossberg sucks. Yeah, I already know his name. Sucks. I'll do it.
Be a jerk, not be a jerk. Be a jerk, not be a jerk. We got a drink of water. Little sips for the old pipes. Alright, so be a jerk. I'm sorry. I think this is the kind of thing you should really do yourself. You're right. Something wrong? Actually, I asked the police to contact him and they tried calling a few times and nobody could get a hold of him. They couldn't find him? I have no one left to ask. Say, what about your parents? Okay, don't worry, I'll go ask him for you. You're the only attorney worth mentioning here, man. Nah, man, you gotta get Marvin Grossberg in there. You will? Thank you so much. I'm just worried what'll happen if I can't find him. They told me if I don't find him, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. Because they're jerks, I guess. Things gotta go fast, you know, Sonic X. Visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right, I'll be back. I go talk to Marvin Grossberg, except I don't know his name yet, except I do because I played these games before. What a sweet picture of a hatted man. September 6th. Grossberg Law Offices. Ah, frickin' Grossberg. What a manly man this dude is. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It's hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention, running an office like this. Guess I'll just have to come back later. Look at this sweet office. Oh yeah. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. Oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. Pretty sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Table for clients. One of those ones where no matter what you choose, it goes a certain way, like Dating Papyrus. That music is inspired by freaking Ace Attorney, too. Table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. And I can tell someone's got money to burn. Look at this sweet desk. Solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Oh yeah, bud, look at this lamp. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. Don't look like they've ever been read. Because Marvin Grossberg is a boss. The manliest of manly men. Go to the office. September 6th, Fay and Co. offices. Or whatever. That song? That's the Sisters song. That's Maya's theme song, actually. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's inspired from Maya's theme song, I believe, called, like, Sisters or something like that. I'm sure you'll hear it pretty soon. Maybe it's in, like, the third... Maybe it's in, like, the third case when you hear that. I don't know. Quote from somewhere, he should be Tristan. Everyone should be Tristan. He would be a great Tristan, but he doesn't have that. He's not around that. I don't know. I want Tristan to be there for, like, a fair amount of time. Not a ton, not a little bit. And I feel like he's on a little bit on the less side. They're all busily searching for clues. Those police officers. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. I'm sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How can anyone mistake me for Larry? Oh, I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. White. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he's a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right, and you were... Detective Suede Shoes. Or Gumtree. I don't know which one. I was interested. That voice. I freaking love Gumshoe. Suede Shoe or Gumtree? He is Gumshoe, that's his name, so which one should I do? I like Suede Shoes personally. I'm open for Gumtree. Audience poll, what do you want? On delay. Suede Shoes. Suede Shoes, wasn't it? That's me. Don't step on my blue suede shoes. Wait, that's a song, pal. My name's Dick Gumshoe. Wait, that's Detective Dick Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. Don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick! Get over here! Yeah, Dick! Yes, sir. Be right there, sir. Ahem. You're a whole lawyer, right, pal? You got business here, you better do it quick. Ooh, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. How about Miss Faye? Did you do an autopsy? You wanna know the results, eh? No, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. He might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Autopsy report. I love Gumshoe, he's the best. Night death, 9/5, 9 p.m, single force blunt trauma. Death is a killer. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this was one trial you aren't going to win. Why do you say that? The city put Prosecutor Edgeworth on a prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means. You being a lawyer and all. I love Edgeworth too. He's probably up there, top 5. Or somewhere close to it. I don't know. Gumshoe's the best. That's all I gotta say. Gumshoe's great. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Are you not laughing with that inflection? You can do it with a straight face. I'm losing just listening to it. People have this voice. I'm just doing a voice. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Never heard of him. Whoa, you call yourself a lawyer, pal? About 4 years ago, this Edgeworth guy became prosecutor at the age of 20. Everyone says he's a genius. Why you don't know him? Of course I know him, I was just playing dumb. He's a cold, heartless machine that will do anything to get a guilty verdict. There are rumors of back-alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. Never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. I'm gonna take a look at my window. Sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. I think this plant has a name, and retains that name throughout games? Mina's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cordyline Stricta, pal! Who was that? An old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. Let's check it out one of these days. Just looks like a blob. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. Whoa! Mia's desk. Perfectly clean as always. Or Maya. I change it randomly. only thing that's missing is Mia. No, because Maya's the sister. But I do read that as Mia. Yeah. Okay, no, I've been consistent about it. Yeah. Okay. I'm an attorney, buddy. What's that? Sorry, pal. But I got no info for the likes of you. Hey, what do you think about the autopsy report you gave me? Thanks for this. Don't mention it, pal. When it comes to dealing with warriors, fight fair and square is our motto. I don't know how I feel seeing everything written up like this. Mia's death seems so routine. About this memo. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that. I have that. Think you could give it back? Sure! I mean, wait a second, pal. Twickie Royal. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him straight, tell him not so straight. Let's tell him not so straight. Okay, can't be straight with this guy, but I tell him. Something the matter? No, that carrying strap on the phone. This, it says the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. The Steel Samurai. Action hero on TV? Yeah, you see the strap is a collector's item. She's worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. That what she said? Yes. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here we go. Seems you didn't notice the recorded conversation. What's the conversation between Chief and Maya? Take the court record, hear the stuff. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. How about this thing? While we're at it. No, this thing. No, this thing. Oh, I can't ask him anymore? Oh, I'm in the middle of this dialogue. Well done, pal! Yes, thank you, I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait, one more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your royally ways, pal. Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you sent her home already then? Aha! You're trying to get your royally twix on me now. Not going outside her room until the twilight. Though she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try and get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. You should stay away from words that have R's in them. Why? The piece of paper next to the victims, wasn't there? Yeah. That's one with the killer's name written on it. Sure that Mia wrote it? You sure that Mia wrote it herself? Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if it's her handwriting or not. There's no proof that Mia wrote it. How about this glass? There's broken glass at the crime scene, right? Oh, that. Seems like a glass stand next to the victim fell over. Glass shards were pieces of broken stain. I was wondering, do you know anything about this? That statue? That's a mortal weapon. Huh? He thinks the clock is just a statue, too. I don't even wish I'd never seen this thing. Alright. Ain't got nothing else to say to you, buddy. Number 6, Gatewater Hotel. 303. Oh. Dang it, I have to do a new voice. Okay. I have to think of a voice for this thing. Yeah, it would help me out a lot if you could do this girl's voice.
Oh, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal.
Sorry. Let me try this again.
He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal.
Memo to self, thank Detective Dick Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. I was so excited I could hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of a beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. That looks like a murder weapon. I'm deceased. There's a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey. What are you doing? No touching. Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside that drawer. Flowers are fake as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. It sure did twitch. Ah! Still painting. Still seeing painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's Faye and Company Law offices. Building, of course. I can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it'd be a little difficult to recognize a face from a distance, though. Simple bed. Recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Did you know I'm a lawyer?
Excuse me, but I'm the witness, police witness, you understand? How could I possibly give you any information in good conscience, Me, the witness, just like in the movies.
Oh yeah? Well, what do you say about what you witnessed? Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Oh, observe! Incident! Sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Gulp, better not encourage her. You know, that thing that happened the other day, the bad thing? Oh, well, what did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please?
Let me see, well, game on! Wanna know? You'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Who exactly are you?
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No, hey, I'm just doing my job here.
Gee, you know you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do?
No. Gee, and you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on the TV.
Oh, no, not me. I'm just a lawyer.
Hey, Mr. Big Detective, why are you with the clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Oh boy. Yeah, she's not gonna look at the phone. Doesn't know anything about the autopsy report. Obviously doesn't know anything about that. Doesn't know anything about the lamp. Doesn't know anything about the thinker. Okay, so I've kind of shown her everything. She's just like, I don't know. Let's go to Grossberg. Well, I see what you're doing there. Yep. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Ahem. That wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So you're the one they say that has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I had imagined. That badge on your collar, boy. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want with Marvin Grossberg? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one can get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey. Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Oh, go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha-cha. Really quite busy here, son. Can't go on taking cases on the day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Oh, wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Well, anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry. End of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got the chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Yes. I shall trim my mustache when I get home. Now, how can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, I'm busy, you see. Yes, but the client... Oh, sorry. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Not. Huh? Say something? I think not, I said. Oh, what do you mean? I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. I'm sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. Being a jerk. Is he going to be the prosecutor? No, like if you're a defense attorney and a prosecutor, like they're both lawyers, but you can't just like jump from one to the other. Well, you're not supposed to, but you never know with these games. Hey, I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've got nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How do you know Mia Fey? She worked here. Oh, a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. Left one day, quite suddenly. He had a mission, you see. Yes, a mission? And you can see it in her eyes. He followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. Ahaha, you noticed. My pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's all worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. Do you hear me? It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Well, let me tell you something, buddy. I'm a lawyer. Very sorry, but I have nothing to say regarding this matter. I don't think I'm supposed to present him with any evidence. I think I've pretty much gotten on what I can get out of him. Good old Marvin Grossberg. What a pal. What a manly man. Let's go talk to Maya. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. 18 minutes before she has to get a lawyer or gets a state-appointed one. Hiya.
Oh, you're back. Did you find a lawyer?
Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, to be honest, I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones.
What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help?
Or...
I see. I've been abandoned then.
Rip in peace. But can I examine the... Okay. What about your family?
I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. I don't know where my mother is.
Don't know? So she could still be alive?
The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. It was a man, and he ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain.
So, you live by yourself?
Yes, I got used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I'd lose my powers.
I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. So it was that man who ruined your mother?
About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate.
Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they?
Police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim.
Wow. So what happened?
The case was solved.
You thought?
The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course, but the man found out about it and leaked it to the press. Told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation.
I see.
White? Excuse me?
Sorry, excuse me? White?
That was his name. My sister told me.
White?
Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? I guess I'll just go home. That's what the movie's about, by the way. The live-action movie. About the backstory she just told. Nothing left here for me to do. She'll be better off with a state-appointed lawyer. I think I'd better get home now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Because a few days later I found out how the story ended. The result of the trial was in the newspaper. Guilty! Probably never meet her again. Did I make the right choice? Will I ever know? Mia, if you can hear me, please tell me. I chose the wrong thing.
Not! I can't let that happen.
I'm not leaving here until she takes me as her lawyer. I made up my mind. I'm going to defend you, whether you want me to or not. you. Ah, cool. You haven't missed anything. It's like past midnight, so I was looking at what they updated on Kingdom Hearts. Okay. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go. Voice is getting a little rough. Harbinger Dead Children System visit. I don't want to see them opinion process. Jerks. Yeah, voice is feeling a little rough. I think. We'll try to go until like maybe we get into the court session of it, and then we'll stop there so we can do the court session next time. Why? Why? Well, I can't abandon you. Someone else is the culprit. I don't know why. Yeah, it's late as crap. And abandon me. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know, I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Does someone have to look out for the people who have no one on their side? Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Oof, smile at last. Looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. You trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what's next? There's something that's been bugging me. It's what was inside that strange woman's drawer. When I tried to look in that drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Well, anyways, that's a cool story, Maya. See you later. Oh, wait. Oh. Hey, I got your phone back. Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice? Maya's eyes closed as she listened to every word with such intensity. Long tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. Well, see ya. Oh. Freaking new characters popping out of nowhere. I knew this guy was around. But I don't think he has too many lines. I really remember how much he talks. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come to deliver this room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, toiletries, sir. If you have no need of anything, I'll take my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come in here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. God, you came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phone. Oh, right. Sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp. Where have I heard that name?
Wyatt. That was his name. My sister told me.
That's the memory. He has a weird memory of her voice. Wyatt. Name of the guy who ruined me and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Screwdriver's sticking out a half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap out of the court record. Definitely something suspicious about Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? The story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence for tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. I say, I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Who am I talking to?
Oh, hello, boy, still there?
Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to the tangoing and going. That's how I read it. Blah, blah, blah. I look forward to the tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court, just to specify. Cause man, things can end up weird if you don't say it right. Oh. This is a pretty good stopping point. And going. Day 2 trial, yeah. So the next thing will be like outside the courtroom. Number 7, 10 a.m. District Courtroom number 1. Okay, right inside the courtroom. Cool! We're gonna meet Edgeworth. Whenever I play it next. Not necessarily tomorrow, but whenever I play it next. We got to the court, that's where I wanted to go. And then we'll meet Edgeworth. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. We'll pick up from there. Alright. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed Ace Attorney, and we'll pick up back on this at some point in the future. So, I will see you later. Oh yeah, happy Easter. It's Easter today. Gotta go to sleep so I can go to the Easter service. Alrighty.